So we set up a service appointment here in Columbia. We're going to go visit our very first service center here in Columbia, South Carolina. Very first service center in South Carolina, period. So this is going to be exciting. They had to do a couple of things in order to make this be legal here in the state of South Carolina, because we do not allow direct sales, and we don't allow Tesla to put showrooms or service centers or anything. There's a bill in the House, and I'll put that in the link below in the comment section or in the description. But yeah, we're gonna go check out how they did this service center. It's not technically owned by Tesla, from what I hear, so we'll try to find out more about that when we go, and we'll share the experience with you. Tesla service. It's got Tesla in there. And I guess we just go up here, pull in. Yeah, let's see. Alright, so for the key drop, you got Tesla service over there. Got Tesla in the window. And yeah. Okay, so we just left the service center in Columbia, South Carolina. First time visiting that center. It's been up for about, I don't know, maybe a month now. Since the beginning of January, actually. So not even a month, only a couple of weeks. So, a couple of things about the service center. I did ask a lot of questions. Right now, they can't do anything such as replacing tires. They can't do alignments. They can't do anything that involves like oil or anything like that. They basically can do bolt-on things, and that's it. So similar things that the mobile service could do, they can do in that facility. It does give them access to things like a lift, and they'll have more tools available in the shop. They can do multiple cars at one time. So right now they are seeing quite a bit of people because the Charlotte Service Center sees a lot of volume of people. They are currently shipping in people who work at other service centers to work at this service center. So, for example, the lady that was the main service advisor, who was extremely nice, she did a great job, and she's coming in from Mississippi, and her store is in Mississippi. So she's been here for 2 weeks, and then she goes away. This is their second trip down here. They're flying her in. They're keeping her in a motel. All of this, I think, is very weird. And they don't really know the rules or what's going on, other than they're just here to support the center and do their job, basically. And they're doing a good job. There was about 5 service techs, I'd say, in the shop. And then there was a parts guy working, because they've got all the Tesla parts there in order to do the repairs. So that was interesting. Obviously, they're hoping that they hire some local people to run the shop, because they are having to leave their family and be here weeks at a time in order to actually, help the customers out. So they're kind of in a pickle, in my opinion, but they're still doing a great job. They got my car fixed in an hour for a quick warranty claim, a warranty issue. It was a recall, actually. And yeah, other than that, you see it's empty. They're not allowed to have any signage outside. From what some people had said in the Facebook group, it is not owned by Tesla. It's owned by a different company. Tesla must be leasing it from them. That also is able, so they can get out. That way they can get around the loophole of the state laws. And yeah, so people in South Carolina, around the Columbia area, people in very far distances from other service centers that are around here. There's service centers in, we'll go through all the different service centers right here on the map. We're all basically happy that we have a service center here. It's easy to get to. Now we can actually get things looked at, get repairs done, and not have to worry about taking an entire day of work off in order to do so. For some of these little things that, they're not big deals, but they're things you want to get fixed on your car because it's under warranty, and warranty should cover it, right? And so if it's an hour away, it's hard. You're kind of having to like take time off of work in order to go do that, and that makes it a little less, exciting, I guess, to own a Tesla if you're having to do that. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you got any questions, or if you're in the area, this video is really for you guys, all the people at the Tesla Owners Club. Yeah, if they can do it, they can do, some of the things that they told me that they can do. They can do if you have a CV issue, you've got creaking noises, they can do some of that stuff. So they recommend putting in that service request and choosing that location. If they can't do it, they're going to tell you, and then you just cancel your appointment, and that's all there is to it. But they can do quite a bit of things. But if it's anything to do with alignments, tires, if you have a flat tire, they can't even do that. If it's anything that requires draining oil or anything like that. And they also said if it's anything that has to do with the high voltage battery, they have to have certain certificates or permits, and they don't have those. So yeah, other than that, they can do a lot of the bolt-on stuff and suspension things where where they can just switch parts out. They can do that kind of stuff. So yeah, I recommend giving it a shot. It's much closer, right off of Two Notch Road. So yeah, hit that like button, subscribe so you'll see when I come out with future videos. I'm always coming out with videos, and we'll talk to you on the next one.